Oh, good morning, Interbet fans, and welcome to the preview for Greyville, Sunday the 16th of May. And we've got a 9-race program and a pretty interesting program too. And the first race is off at 10 to 12, so early start. And I found a couple that I think might just make your day pretty successful and lucrative. Yesterday turned out pretty good, and today I think will be no different. So let's look at 10 to 12, first race, juvenile plate, 1400 meters, 22 pentrometer, 5 meter false rail. As I said to you, the course manager's done a fantastic job at Greyville. You'll see this course has never looked better. It always used to be patchy, it always used to be going brown, always used to have holes in it. And our man Kevin done really well, and you'll see it's like an absolute carpet. 1400 meters and 2-horse race. Number 12, AJ's Captain, if it was drawn well, would be an absolute blinder, but I don't think the draw is going to make that much difference. We've got 5 meter false rail, which is going to throw them out and certainly give the horses up the inside a chance. It depends where they cut it off. If they cut it off early in the straight, and I mean halfway just before they turn for home, got to have a huge chance. The big danger, I'll make number 3, West Point, is 7 to 1. Richard Fourie, he rode it last time. 2 very nice runs from the son of Oratorio, and I think he might be the next best. I know there are other horses that are fancied in the betting. Jarling is a favourite, but I don't think that can beat AJ's Captain at the weight turnaround for the short head beating. So I'm really going with AJ's Captain here. Race 2, maiden plate. They got 1200 meters, and this is an extremely difficult race because you've got the money horses, Aristocracy, Glenn Kotz and Lyle Hewitson will be competitive, they say. So they obviously think a lot of this horse and goes into everything. So what else is there? Of the horses that have run, well, the other one that's first time out, and I'm not even going to try and mention his name, is in number 14, Emil Zendudu Zumu. Good luck to Sheldon or Craig, whoever's calling this one. Probably need the run. Well, probably need the run means that Peter Muscat thinks that the horse hasn't done enough work, but maybe it won't need the run. But drawn 14 is not going to be in his favour for a first timer. So, Prince Tyron, Mark Dixon, off form. Shamusi, Doug Campbell, off form. King Spear didn't run a bad race last time, and Dawn Raider, Garth Puller, very much in form, got to have a chance. Race 3, Mary rated 80, 1200 meters, 3-cornered contest, and I really like Champomzi, number 5 here. I think this is the right horse. I think last time was too far for him, and I think back on the turf over the 1200, this is his, I was impressed with his first run, although the time was very, very poor. 61.28, that was a really poor time, and as a result I don't make him a good thing here. I give another couple of horses chances. 2 Fly the Coup, I think he's got a huge chance. Craig Zaki for Gareth Finzel, and Mashari, Warren Kennedy gets a ride on this one, go well. What are the rest of them? Wizard Odds, and Here Comes the Rain, and Gilboa might be worth putting into your bigger perms. Race 4, first leg of the Pick 6, maiden plate, fillies and mares, 1600 meters. I'm going for a bit of a result horse here, Highborn. I liked this horse last time, and they didn't. I don't think he went well on the poly, and he certainly never got in the race. I think he's a big improver, and I think he's a great each way bet at 10 to 1. So what are the dangers? Rock Flight 5 looks like the right horse in the race. Warren Kennedy for Gavin Finzel, they're in form. 7 Indigo Moon, very good form, always there or thereabouts. T for 2, small chance. Stable out of form, as I said to you, Dennis, not going well. And Inder Marvel from Garth Puller's stable, well, this is very much in form, the stable. But funny enough, I don't fancy this horse. I think that he'd be better on the poly track, so it will be interesting to see how he goes here. Race 5. Pinnacle, 1600, do it again. How can you go against him? There's nothing in this race that's anywhere near his quality. It doesn't matter what the weights look like. At the weights, he's got them dead. And he's just too good for this field. If he gets beat, it will be a major shock. Race 6, East Coast Cup, and this is a 2,000 meter handicap, and this is very difficult because it's a handicap. Lady of Steel's the best horse in the race by a ton. She ran 3rd in the Will Lavington. She's top class. number 1 on the card, but she gets 61.5. She's got to carry around here. So she's got to give weight to some quite nice fillies. Scented Mistress might be the big danger. Had a warm up here, didn't run too badly behind a filly they think is an absolute star. Ocean Forest, Alec Laird's filly with 52.5 on his back with Samanga Kamala in good form. Didn't run badly in the Spook Express last time. So they're certainly worth having a close look at. They Catch a Falling Star, drawn wide. Lyle Hewitson, always take note of a jockey booking like him, first run in KwaZulu-Natal. Silver Magic, I've always fancied this filly. I've always thought that she'd be better with blinkers, but she's got to go in with some sort of chance as well. And Electric Surge probably needed this last run. I don't know what happened, but it just 12 out of 12, ran no type of race. So, race 7, we move on to World Sports Betting, 1900, and it's absolute 2 horses here. Crown Towers is the right horse, 1 from 2 course and distance. Looks like an improver, looks like getting ready for the July, and probably will come into the July with 53. He might be the best each way bet at this stage, and it might be worth having a few places on him at this stage, because he will get the trip. He's got better over time, and by Camelot out of a Galileo mare. He just looks like a horse that as a 5-year-old could be coming to his best. But the big danger has got to be she's a keeper. Now, I cannot for the life of me understand why they would throw her in here, except that they're desperate to get into the July. But the July can't be the right race for this filly. She's a young filly. You could be going other places. So 50 kilos, she's got to get 10 kilos from Crown Towers. This race will make or break her. Trip to Africa might be better of this distance. Shavat, interesting run of this horse. He's only got 52 on his back, and he looks like he's got quite a lot of ability. He didn't run that badly behind Crown Towers last time, but he meets him on 2 kilos worse terms. Goes into your train, and Shareholders always been a horse I've liked, but I'm not sure there's the right race for him. Anyway, let's move on to race 8. There's Mirror Race 77, and they go 1,600 meters, and I make it a 2-cornered contest. I'm going with Els My Daddy as the right horse, goes back 3 runs, and you'll see the run to Spring Fling was a cracking good run. And at these weights, there's very little between him and Master to Be, who gets the 1.5 claim. But I'm still going with Els My Daddy. Mark Dixon's going to show he's in a bit of form. I found a roughie in this race, and that's number 11, Blue Planet. Ran on very nicely last run, gets Luke Ferraris. I think it will go well here. Apart from them, there are a number of horses that go into the play. Congo Compact, that shows some collateral form with Mr. Gonzalez, who's won his last 2, now got a penalty. Bayview Express, always been talked about as a good horse. I've never seen it, but we'll see it today. Park Town might improve. They look like the ones that could be the dangers. Race 9, Maiden Plate, 2,000 meters. I can't go past 3 horses here. 1, Let's Go Fly is my top choice. I think you've got to ignore his last run. It was pretty good. Luke Ferraris gets the right. I think there's a big jockey up, and the draw will help this horse. Everything's right about him. This is cherry ripe for him. Manterio, come from Joburg, got good form, got to have a chance. And then the other runner that's got to have a chance is Cooper Trooper, the filly. Could go well here as well, but I'm going with Let's Go Fly, and I might even end up bankering it, certainly in my smaller perm, banker to it again, and fill up with some of the others I put in. So let's have a good day at Greyville, and we're back again tomorrow for the Polytrack Racing. From me, James Goodman, and Interbet. Remember, as I said, Vegas games, they're the way to play all the way up to the first race. And you can bet in running on all the golf, so that's worth having a close look at as well. Nice to see Richard Bland win yesterday. I was so pleased for him. I know what it's like being an old boy that hasn't achieved. I'm one of those.